Last night, Espimon's full evolutionary line was revealed in Digimon Liberator. Unfortunately for us US people, we do not have the opportunity to read the novel as of yet, but we can still analyze the evolutionary line, and I think it is even worth talking about his partner, Altea. So Espimon was introduced in Digimon Ghost Game, and also Digimon Dreamers, the manga. Espimon in Ghost Game, he was wondering trying to figure out the real Haru. It was a bit of a mess. He was a secondary partner to him in a way. Espimon is a virus, cyborg-based Digimon. He's a stealth man. He wants to find the truth. He can launch little choo-choo bombs or little versions of himself, and pressing this button on his belly, he turns invisible. He is virus type, so truth could be subjective, you could argue, but he's still very cool. In Digimon Liberator, he's very calm, coolly collected. He's like straight faced, like, yeah, no, I'm the boss. You're not getting anything past me. And the artwork for him is actually very cool. And we will show him off in Digimon Liberator. A nice soft color look. He definitely looks very serious. An excellent blend, manner of speaking. Then we move on to Hover Espimon, his champion form. He's got a lot. He can still do the camouflages, but he can go in the way off in the air, go to 20,000 meters into the air, and he can also investigate the net ocean. So he's a very versatile Digimon. He's kind of like a little miniature submarine in a way. Very cool. However, Espimon's design is definitely an improvement. He's got Vulcan cannons. He can shoot missiles. He can also do a smoke screen, and he can still do stealth. He also gains yellow eyes, which is very important to what we're going to talk about. And even the visor, I believe, can also go down as well. I think we can look at some pictures of that. Or maybe not, but he was also in Ghost Game. We got to see it, and unfortunately that's where the line ends. He was also pretty big, and he was fairly big in Digimon Ghost Game, for what I remember. He wasn't exactly small, but he still got that stealth capability. He's still very powerful, and yeah, I generally do like it. He's also another virus-based Digimon. Then Digimon Liberator, we got the ultimate form, Oblivionmon. Now, the term goes from Oblivion, which I didn't realize. I thought it was I think the only time I've ever heard Oblivion is Elder Scrolls Oblivion or I Send You to the Oblivion. Oblivion is a factor or condition of not remembering, a state of marked by lack of awareness or conscience, the condition or state of being forgotten or unknown, which is very fitting for our Oblivionmon. Hover Espimon is now a UFO. He extracts data with his tentacles. He can overflow with information. He does cattle prodding, but except for information. These guys are also employed by the crack team as well, although given Espion's nature, I guess. But he's viruses, so it's got to stay within the sort of evilish area. But this guy's like the head honcho of the stealth information. We can even take a better look of it. He no longer has his squirrel-based film. He's now a UFO. He's got a little brain, which kind of has a little bit like a little squirrel-based. He's got hover-based versions of Kuramon, which is very nice. I saw a joke of being connected to Kirby UFO. But yeah, he also fires a gigantic laser. I dig this design overall. Yeah, the brain's creepy, but it's a UFO, and that's where he stores all his data. But before we move on to the Mega, we should go look at his partner, Altea. Now, originally we thought Altea was going to be female. I guess there may be a mistranslation, but Altea is male. Created by Yao Queen Lang. It is an AI. It is a digital life form, manner of speaking. He's basically kind of like a superhero, which we're going to get to. And he's like a gentleman, and he's got razor sharp wit. Very smart dude. But when he decides to go with the humor, when he tries to be funny, he likes to make puns off his learning different languages. So that's, and in all those five planet, that's funny. I considering we can't read the novel yet. Hopefully, it's funny. Maybe we'll find out in maybe 3 hours or so. I'll check after this recording. But regardless, we should definitely look at him. He's a very straight-laced foe, straight-laced person. I dig Altea's design. He's a very heroic-looking guy. But the reason it's important because we need to talk about Invisimon, his Mega, and also the yellow eyes. Retaining yellow eyes is also important for the Mega as well. Then we go to Invisimon, Invisible. He's no longer a stealth-based Digimon. He's more of like the basically in charge of operations, or he does the distractions. That's mainly his role. But he looks very heroic. He looks like he's a fusion, and given his green eyes, like he's a fusion of Altea and Oblivionmon. Like Oblivionmon becomes the stealth bomber, and Altea becomes the giant mecha, kind of inspired by Getter Robo from what I saw, which I think is cool. Maybe they'll have like in the series we'll see like a bio merge or something, or maybe it's even like in the manga there's like a bio merge, or the web novel anyway. But the stealth bomber, he can fire like invisible blades, whatever, and can even pierce through bedrock, and it's as like an autonomous AI, so which lends more to this bio merge effect. I think you could probably wield this as like a weapon. It doesn't specifically say, but I think you could do. I mean, if it could break through bedrock, you could break through a pose. He probably doesn't want to be used as a blade or anything, so it's more like a blunt object. But he also has this giant laser beam at the fires off. Invisimon is a very cool design. I'm not gonna lie, and seeing the full evolution eye is interesting. He goes from a mere stealth man to a full on hero. It's interesting. I think it's even pretty cool. And he's also someone you can also disappear as well. He can vanish from his boss if he's not careful. He does have blue Digizoid, which is for mobility. So like Force Vidramon. So I think this guy can. Oh, he does have optic camouflage, so he can disappear. But his main thing is to be disruption. But you could be an invisible disruption as well. Yes, but yeah, I'm right on the point. I did read these before, but I just didn't process it completely. But there is a bigger images to look at. Where is he? Oh yeah. So yeah, our big friend Vizimon and Oblivimon and partner Altea. I like this. I like Espimon's line. It definitely adds to the awesomeness of the rest of the Digimon Ghost Game line. We have our hero of the light with his blades and gun. We have our noble hero. We have our deep sea waifu, robo waifu, and then we have the big giant robot or Gundam, you could say. So overall, it's good, and there's the aesthetic of the mouses. Pretend you could see the little mouse ears within him. Yeah, I dig this evolutionary line. I'm gonna still need to ponder it, of course. I'm not 100% sure, but I won't deny that Espimon's full evolution is very cool. It lives up to the expectations, and I can't wait to read the novels that it's appeared. See you guys next time for the rest of Sunarizamon's line. So have a wonderful day.